legends, this update has been taken by storm. Get ready to dig into a set of events and new additions, plus the new campaign for the Russian light cruiser, Ochakov. Let's take a look. First and foremost, the new campaign is here. The Taken by Storm campaign features the Soviet light cruiser, Ochakov, named after the smashing victory at the Siege of Ochakov way back in the 18th century. This little ship comes packed with 8 excellent 6-inch guns and a diverse set of tools like long-range torpedoes, radar and sonar. The British heavy cruisers are leaving early access this update, meaning you can now progress all the way up to the Tier 7 Albermarle. This cruiser adds radar to the kit of the British heavy cruisers, giving them even more versatility in battle. Give them all a shot in the new update. 2 of the legendary ships from New Year's are back, Conqueror and Gearing. This time they are here to stay, so get started on them in the Bureau. Gearing is the definitive American destroyer with a powerful mixed armament of dual-purpose guns and long-range torpedoes. While Conqueror is a monster of a battleship, armed with 12 419mm guns, capable of delivering absolutely devastating salvos. We're going to change things up for ranked battles this time around, with 2 short weekend sprints. Although the losing team will still lose stars, every rank is irrevocable. Get ready to duke it out at Tier 4 from the 12th to the 15th, and at Tier 5 from the 19th to the 22nd. Ranked battles are the best way to get steel badges, so be sure to compete and reach the top. We've got St. Patrick's Day over the horizon, but it's not just that. March 17th is also the launch day for HMS Belfast, so she will make a reappearance for the occasion. Be sure to get a hold of this famous British cruiser while you can, along with special St. Pat's bling, camos and more. The update brings a few changes to the Bismarck and Azuma to give them an extra edge in battle. Plus, there is a new American destroyer commander appearing, Albert Gleaves, whose skills will be useful in improving the torpedo capabilities of your destroyers. A couple of premium ships will appear during the update, the Italian light cruiser Duca D'Aosta and the pan-European destroyer that is equipped a radar consumable instead of a smoke generator, Orkan. Keep an eye on the event horizon. There may just be something on the way for April. Be sure and check the patch notes for more details on the events and changes, and turn the tide.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another stream with us from the World of Warships Legends team, presenting to you the March update. And it is March and we are marching on. We have a lot of stuff to cover, including a new campaign, Ochakov, release of the British heavy cruisers, and so on and on and on. You are probably wondering, well, wait a second, TK, this is not the regular background. What is happening? Why are you not in the comfortable chair? Well, unfortunately, the Czech Republic was hit by another hardcore lockdown, so we are only allowed to stream alone. But luckily, be not afraid. I'm joined by the amazing TheSailingRobin.
Hello, guys and ladies. How are you doing? I am here, but I am not. Essentially, I'm not alone as well because Mr. Princeblip is also accompanying us today for the stream.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes.
Here, but not really here.
Exactly.
Yes. So you can hear them, but you can't see them. If you have any questions to someone from us, just ask them in the chat. Mr. Princeblip will mostly monitor the chat for both Twitch and YouTube. Hello to you viewers out there on YouTube and Twitch. And yeah, TheSailingRobin will provide some exclusive gameplay together with me, but you will only be able to see my version. So please
I will essentially
Yeah.
carry Christian, so he can bring you
Yes,
guys the
yes.
usual content you used to when I'm playing, essentially.
Yeah, my back is already nearly broken from the previous carries that I'm used to when I'm playing with Robin. So
Exactly.
now it's his turn.
Yeah.
No,
owe him
the others are very quiet. Let me tune them up real quick for you. Wait a second. So this and okay. So if you guys can quickly talk.
The fitness gram pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test.
Okay, so I tuned them up a little bit, and now you should be able to hear them better. I unfortunately cannot tune them up more than that, or maybe here.
Yeah, I
So-
will quickly mute myself and watch the stream to check it myself.
No, it's fine. It's
all good?
fine. It's
All
now
right.
it's now in the yellow. So if people now complain, then they should up their volume because you're basically in the yellow now in the stream overlay. So yeah. So what do we have to cover? We can show you the legendary ships, and we can actually play them. It's about the Conqueror and Gearing, so we can show you the Gearing with orbit gleaves. Both ships have not received any changes since they have been in the testing stage, so you can expect some spicy Gearing gameplay together with orbit gleaves. But I have to make a quick disclaimer. We are very well aware of that because some of you hardcore number fans out there will know that the Gearing has 16.5 kilometer torpedo range. With orbit gleaves combined, you will get it around 20 kilometer. So you should be
It's not
aware.
far enough.
Yeah, it's not far enough. It's like 20.1 something. I will show you later, but I will already be able to tell you we are watching it very closely, and nerfs to the Gearing can be expected. We will watch the data, but we don't want to preemptively hit it with a nerf bet. I see some familiar faces in the chat. First of all, shout out to the Highfound, JSpec. Hey, guy. But yeah, back to the topic. What else do we have, Robin?
Oh, we got plenty of stuff, as Christian mentioned already. Maybe we have a new campaign. We have the British heavy cruisers fully released. We have 2 seasons of ranked. One this weekend with tier 4, next weekend with tier 5. We have a bunch of changes regarding Bismarck and Azuma and a new
Yes, some
commander,
buffs.
as Chris already mentioned. The list is quite long. Some people
New premium
may
ships.
consider this. Some people may consider this update slightly less content focused, but that's completely okay. We are still gathering plenty of feedback on everything, but this update should be quite fun, and hopefully this stream will be as much.
Yeah, there were
Also,
some changes. Sorry,
I'm going to
Lane,
be
go ahead.
dropping the giveaway link in the chat here in a second.
Yes.
So be sure to fill that out and get in there. We're going to be giving away a few things in the giveaway. So
Yes.
you don't want to miss out.
We're giving away 3 Orkans, which has released this Tuesday when the patch hits. So it's a tier 6 pan-European / polished destroyer with a radar instead of the smokescreen generator. So that might be very interesting because it's the first of its kind. And also 27 winter big crates. The giveaway will end around 30-ish minutes before the end. Let's say 20 minutes before the end of the stream, and we will announce the winner right away. So make sure to enter the giveaway and follow the stream until the very end.
And good luck to you as well.
Yes, good luck. So
Okay.
going back shortly on the ranked seasons, I just wanted to point out that there have been some changes made to it. Also, I wanted to point out that if you complete this ranked, or if you reach rank 1 and you play through the campaign and you play through the next ranked season, with the rewards you will get if you reach rank 1, you will be able to earn up to 3,000 doubloons if you complete the campaign as well. And so there's a nice way of you getting the Admiralty backing for this campaign. So
some players mentioned that there were a little bit less doubloons in the campaign rewards, but at the same time,
Yes.
the equivalent is available in our different modes.
Yeah, we try to shift it a little bit, especially on this and next ranked season, because we made some changes, and we know that the ranked seasons in the past have not been the best in some of your eyes regarding the way it was designed on the irrevocable ranks and the star retention. Nothing of this has changed. The star retention is the same. You're not being able to keep a star in the losing team. But on the other hand, every rank is irrevocable. It's a short season, so
and it's happening right now. So
yes, this season's tier 4. The next season's tier 5. It's going to be next weekend. And I wanted to give you all a quick hint. We're going to have a special stream on March 26th as well. So in 2 weeks, basically. Be sure to tune in there as well. More infos on that will follow, but regarding the April Fool's event, there will be something spatial coming.
I say we go to gameplay. Shall we?
Yes, let's switch the gameplay. I'm gonna do this here. So I've already prepared something. You see the beautiful Ochakov in its full glory. And if we go to the settings, thanks to Mr. TheSailingRobin, I switched a little bit around. So if we go quickly through it, I am using Nikolai Kuznetsov, of course. I'm using the range and also the igniter skill. Velocious for more speed, because I don't really want to focus on the AP of this ship, even though it's very strong. I'm gonna take Fixated for better shell grouping and dispersion, and also the refill station. I'm not using EOP because I have to point out that this ship has an inbuilt 1/5 HE penetration, so it means it has 30 millimeter of penetration, but effectively it can only penetrate 29 millimeter of armor. So that will be very good against some cruisers, but not specifically battleships or ships like Edinburgh, because it has 30 millimeter of armor.
As long as you aim for superstructure,
you should be good.
Yeah, you should be. You're good. I had a lot of success on the Ochakov. I'm not running Fixated as refuel station. I'm running fully packed for the extra heal and the extra radar. But I mean, I've always been a huge fan of nimble and fast light cruisers. The Marchin specifically was a big hit for me, and Ochakov feels like an extension of it. So it's fun.
I would personally
you guys will get your hands on it on the campaign.
And like if I would know that I'm specifically playing together in the division now, for example, with Robin, I would probably switch to fully packed, just because if I stay close to him and he's playing destroyer, I could with good. With good faith, pick the fully packed to have the 30% reduced reload of consumables, but I will just go with a bit more YOLO build, and he's probably he's playing laning. So
let's go.
Let's just jump in. Yeah. So if people ask why is it not able to pen the Edinburgh, because it has 30 millimeter of armor, to be able to penetrate the armor, you have to have a greater than HE penetration. So you would need to have 31 millimeter of HE penetration. So if you take EOP, you would be able to then penetrate it. And also all 32 millimeter armor from battleships like Richelieu or Iowa.
Exactly. Essentially, to get the effective pen of HE shells, always remove one from your math. And you'll have the effective pen.
Roan, no, I'm not using steering because I have very high hopes in the concealment build. Ochakov has 11.7 kilometer radar range. With the full concealment build, I can get it down to 10.7. So if I get spotted, I'm able to stealth radar basically, but I'm giving up a lot. Like I'm giving up, as you say, the rudder shift. If I would play full solo, I would then go for rudder shift. My English is not the yellow from the egg. Yeah, I know that, man. I feel you. So where are we going, Robin?
I'm gonna push left a little bit, just try to work on the flank. It's gonna be a risky turn early on because I can't really make that full turn with the island, but gonna see if I can support our Yudachi over here. Does only have one DD, which makes me very confident actually. And it's a Z23, which is scary, but
yeah, and the Z23 is in a division with the Massachusetts, so if you see him, you know where it is.
Indeed.
And
So I'm gonna go with you because. Okay, yeah. Let's just let you guys enjoy the gameplay and let Lane take care of the questions, Mr. Blip.
All right, I've seen several questions regarding the Bismarck buffs in general. In this update, we made her more accurate. We gave her a nice 3% Sigma buff, as well as we gave her an advantage on her penetration angles with AP, so that she can pin sooner than most other battleships when it comes to the angles. And so that is the current, I guess, first round of Bismarck buffs. And then also we've been teasing a buff to the 105mm secondaries in terms of their HE penetration. However, it is not likely to be a full 1/4 pin situation. So they'll be useful, but not full on.
What is a Leander doing in here, I wonder? Just realized.
Well, that is called a fail division.
Oh, I'm sorry. A little bump hit.
Oh, hello there.
My shot is a bit late on that Leander, that's unfortunate.
I'm spotted, so the DD is probably somewhere on the left side.
Left side, you think?
Massachusetts damage comp. Good sir.
So before we,
Oh, he's not gonna have a great time.
Before we start getting into a bunch of questions about is X ship coming, we can't answer those. So unless it's been announced, we can't say anything definite about any ships. Chris, we're getting a few comments that I am too soft, as well as the gameplay is a little bit too loud. I will try.
The gameplay is a little bit too loud. I'm gonna fix that real quick. So the general volume is turned down.
Oof. Well, that's an eye with that.
And then, what's the update on Italian ships? So Duca D'Aosta is coming in this update, which is one of the, I think it's the last piece of the puzzle we need for the Condottieri class light cruisers. Apart from that, the
20k on the Colorado.
Italian battleships,
Nice.
as you see on PC, those are a while off now. So
I adjusted a little bit of the in-game sound volume. I hope it's fine. Otherwise, please ping me. It's sometimes really hard to test those things ahead, how it's being received by you guys, because we just record it twice, 2 times, 3 times, and then we go. I have 1 fire on the first slot on the Bismarck, and he's going really slow.
I'm a bit concerned about that. Oh, I have a Vladivostok flat broadside to me. I'm just going to push in there, and if you can focus the Bismarck.
Bismarck damage cont.
He's all yours.
Can we pick our own ports like PC? This is a piece of feedback that we've been forwarding for a while now. There are a few issues that we have to work around in order to get that to work well for everybody. And so that's something that's up in the air still. Can I go over Bismarck real quick again? So what we have done in this update, we have made Bismarck more accurate. We've given her a Sigma buff of 3%, as well as she has advantage when it comes to penetration at angles. Her ricochet, I believe it's her ricochet angles were improved. And regarding future Bismarck buffs, we will be improving the 105mm HE pins. However,
Robin, I can't help you there.
However, that is not likely to be a full-on 1/4 HE pin buff.
I got a second fire on the Bismarck, but I don't think
it's gonna be a
burn
couple
down.
of torpedoes from that Z, which is alright.
Can we play Missouri on stream? No, we will not play Missouri on stream. We're going to be waiting. Soon?
Yeah, not this stream, but you know, at some point.
Okay.
We will stream her. We will stream.
There we go.
Yeah, nice. So when it comes to that, we will make sure to showcase her once it's getting closer to when people be able to get her.
Yep.
So yeah, but we were able to well, showcase the legendary ships that are coming. So at least that we got that going for us. So you see now the strength of the Vladivostok is showing at me.
Stormbreaker, that
looking at
is a
me.
no. Sorry.
Okay. He underlet. I
Then
accelerated in time.
you don't have a radar on this.
Orkan will be staying in the store for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So. Let's see.
Oh,
yes, let me put out the giveaway
Colorado
again.
may hurt big time. Yeah, that's 20k on him again.
What is the radar
Nice.
range of Missouri? I believe it is 10 kilometers.
I think it's 9.
Or
It's
yeah,
not
or
10.
it might be. It's 9 or 10 kilometers.
Nice. Okay, Vladivostok
I'm
is
just
dead as well.
bullying this Colorado.
I'm gonna swing around and then I'm coming to you. So try to reverse and just.
Oh, I have
Stay
this on
safe.
lockdown. Don't worry about me. This
Okay.
Colorado
Should
is
I?
just getting bullied
Do
right
you
now.
want me to just shoot a radar to see where he is?
I kind of
if he's somewhere-
want you to go after the, if possible, the Z52.
You mean
Z52.
Z23?
Yeah,
Z32.
wait, this isn't PC.
Z-
I've been
you mean the Z-
bamboozled.
You mean the
To answer-
Z23?
To answer
Yes.
why Missouri is more or less pre-nerf Iowa, basically times have changed. Things have come a long way in the past year since the nerfed Iowa, and so Missouri is in the form that she is in now.
Latin is so strong, man.
Why no?
Well, there's a little Elanda coming around.
The DD is in the Delta.
I'm coming.
Why no Rooster? As for the reason why there's no Rooster in this update, as far as I know, is that we want to space out the legendary tier ship arrivals a little bit more, and so that you don't have too many things to go for at once.
Are you gonna accelerate, Robin?
I'm gonna go backward. This Leander doesn't realize that she's within her smoke firing penalty, so
Aye.
if I aim right at the Citadel, we should be over here. Should
Get ready.
be good damage, hopefully.
Get ready for
I got 9 over pens.
load HE.
Nah, it's alright. It's okay. I'm just gonna reverse it. Lenin has fantastic engine, which means that I believe it is one of the battleship with the most horsepower for weight. At least it is the case on PC. I'm pretty certain it's the same for Legends. So it makes the battleship very strong when it comes to slowing down and accelerating. And you can really play around with this. I'm a bit low HP, but now I have you with will to rebuild. Shoot me again, Leander. Come on, do it. Yes, just like that. Good sir. Thank you.
To answer balance
pen
questions
central.
regarding battleships, we're keeping an eye on balance all the time, and also putting in feedback about different issues all the time. So, but there's only so much that can be done per update.
My Hydra's up.
So things might take time.
Christian?
Yeah, my
semi-armor
Hydra's up.
piercing, semi-armor piercing ammo. There's
Anyway.
no plans to implement them.
Oh, the save.
From our perspective, the Italian cruisers are doing pretty all right. They're like raw damage per minute does not determine whether or not a ship is good or not. There
Wait
are
a
other
second.
uses.
How did the Z23 die? Was he in smoke and got topped by the Udachi?
Probably.
What? Oh man.
Let me secure that. Which is sorry, Lane. You were saying.
No problem. It's
Oh, okay.
It was just about some armor piercing ammo. There are no plans at this time.
Since Ochakov is here, can we have please Smolensk? We don't have any plans to implement Smolensk. It's not a ship that is currently planned, so
Yep.
that's a no.
So should we go for tier 5? Duca?
You do you, good sir. You're in control here. I'm just your
Okay.
humble servant. If you go tier 5, I may accompany you with a Nürnberg.
Cruiser and cruiser?
Yes, why not?
I thought you want to play maybe destroyer or battleship.
I can go. Where would you want me to play?
Are we ever going to get updated ship models for older vessels like Congo? As far as I know, there aren't any plans. But if there's stuff that comes down the line, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah. So this is what I'm using for Duca D'Aosta. I'm using Luigi Sansonetti. please keep in mind, I have the skill with 10% more torpedo range, so I'm at 13.2 kilometer torpedoes, which is neat. But yeah, they are very slow, so it's more like a aerial denial torpedo choice. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with that.
So Richard G plans on legendary ships being able to complete Havoc missions. They can in this update. At this time, there's an or option that allows you to complete missions with legendary tier ships, though they have more difficult requirements based on basically the ship's power levels. So German aircraft carriers, we have to get aircraft carriers first before then, but we need to get that first.
Which will be happening in the near future for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You guys already had your hands. I mean, if we ever implement German TVs, you guys can already pretty much guess one of them. So.
Yeah. And so Italian semi-armor piercing ammo, there are no plans at this time. We are of the position that the Italian cruisers are in a fairly decent spot right now. So.
Yeah, we had talks with our well, essentially Filigula said to us that the ammunition was not being developed. The way the Italian cruisers are performing right now is very satisfying or satisfactory. Wait, no, that's a game. It's I'm losing my English already. They're fine, let's say. They're doing quite fine. And we're not sure if the implementation of semi-armor piercing would really help the class itself or the line itself.
I mean, also don't forget that we introduced it's not we don't hide the fact that we didn't have time to develop this specific armament for the release of the Italian cruisers. That's we don't hide it. We communicate it very openly. We implemented a commander skill for that in this, and based on the commander skill, we're able to pull data. Who is using the commander skill? What is the damage of the people that use this specific skill? So it's not like we're ignoring the fact that yes, a lot of people who know the ships from the PC version are upset that we don't have the SAP ammunition, but a lot of people don't know what it is, and we always have to look at the big picture, and it's not like we don't want to. Yeah.
Because if we implement SAP, we'd have to remove the HE from the class, and a lot of cruiser players rely on HE to deal the damage. So it's I don't know. I would say be careful what you wish for, essentially. But yeah, another question I saw is why did the Tirpitz did not get the buff Bismarck received? That's mainly because the Tirpitz is doing very fine. Tirpitz is doing slightly better than Bismarck, especially with the fact that for close quarter it has access to torpedoes.
Oh my god, that poor Molotov!
I'm gonna push A.
Oh, I hit a torpedo! I hit a torpedo
nice.
In the smoke.
That's
the
gonna be
Orkan.
one of the DD. It's gonna be one of the DD. I'm gonna push with Splin and Hydro and see if I can.
Tirpitz does on average far better than Bismarck does.
It does. Yes.
That is why we did not give her that buff.
Yeah, it really does not need. It's something that does not need the secondary buff.
To answer your question about will there be higher tiers than tier 7 in the tech tree? The answer is no, other than legendary tier ships, but they're not part of the tech tree. So we will not be adding tier 8 or tier 9 or tier 10.
They're both here.
No.
Oh, these poor souls. These poor souls.
I don't know if we don't know if Mikasa will come back.
I'm gonna
in the future.
eat this one.
It's always possible.
I laughed about the widespread torpedo and getting hit by one myself. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man.
That guy's shooting AP. He's doing right. That's a fire you can't repair. Oh, he can repair it. Okay, well, in that case. All right then. Well, that's both of it.
So why isn't Missouri a free XP ship? Basically, we wanted to make a long-term goal for the most dedicated players to the game. We realize that there could be tweaks to how steel is acquired, and that's been feedback that we've heard loud and clear. We've forwarded. However, we felt that Missouri is a really solid reward for somebody that goes through the effort to get her. So that's why she is that. And it's not just a free XP ship.
Also, only because PC has it as a free XP ship, or used to have it as a free XP ship, doesn't mean we have to do it the same way. So,
Yep.
it's, you know, and that's something that I plain and straight up say, like, just stop with these comparisons. Easy said, easy done.
So will there be more steel ships? Probably yes. So
That's very likely. Yeah.
yeah, very likely.
Yes.
Just
And
probably not for a little while, just because we know how long it's going to take.
And not
or-
specifically Tier 7 either. We don't plan steel ships to be only. Sorry, I keep interrupting you, Lane. My bad.
Yeah, not just tier 7 for steel ships. It'll probably be all kinds of tiers.
yeah, and also that is something that I really want to point out. It's not like we don't bring more rewards to steel, and we see that it's frustrating to some of you how it's being earned, because it's either top 1 percentage in the arena, but we are already working on changes for future iterations, and you can expect some changes.
So
Yeah.
got a couple questions here. Is Tirpitz pronounced Tirpitz or Tierpitz? That's a
You
Chris
can say
question.
both, can you?
You
It's
can say
Tirpitz.
My opinion is as long as people understand what you're saying, it's
Yeah.
fine. But the German translation is Tierpitz.
I could go days and days looking at each and every one of our community contributor videos and correcting them on the pronunciation of French ships and French destroyers. But I'm okay, because as long as people know which ship they're talking about, it's fine. They can pronounce them however they
How
want.
was it
Even
with,
though my ears are bleeding most of the time.
Orkan?
Vauquelin. That's pretty good. Now, Christian, you're not a part of you
Why?
pronounce them right. You pronounce
Hey,
them right most of the time because you
Jarvis,
put in
come
the
on.
effort.
You
put
deserve
in the
being
effort.
hit there. You deserve being hit there, Mr. Jarvis.
So
Don't give me
guys,
fire.
we can't answer about what's coming next or future ships.
You know about that, yeah.
Well, we could, but then we wouldn't be here for the next stream.
Yep, that's fair.
So
So
we could,
the-
but
yeah.
God,
So I
none
saw one question about radar defeating chaff or smoke. That wasn't really a thing in World War II.
oh,
So, there's no plans for that. The point of radar is to be a counter against TDs, and so
would you
that's
look at that?
the way it'll be for now.
Well done.
Let me go to the.
That was a quick game.
That's
So-
what.
Will we get an Italian battleship dispersion commander in the future? Not anytime soon.
We sent a couple of requests for this specifically.
Yeah.
Essentially, commanders most of the time arrive with either a new line or a new batch of ships for tech tree, which is essentially the same, just said differently, Robin. But it needs to be a very strong need for us in order to, like, the latest example being Albert Gleaves, that just simply did not had the USN Destroyer Alliance did not had a torpedo-specific commander. Halsey and all the rest were mostly focused on the guns and the ability and utility rather than pure torpedoes. Which, when you start hitting the Benson, Fletcher, and with the later release Monaghan and Benham, well, these kind of skills were needed. So that was a real need. Although for Italian, I'm not entirely sure if Roma or Giulio Cesare actually need a dispersion buff. Cesare is already an extremely strong ship. Roma is very strong as well. She's less popular than the average, but she's pretty strong. So I'm not sure if such commander would actually be needed or necessary.
I mean, don't forget the fact that Albert Leaves is a pure community edition. Like, you asked for it, we heard it. It took a while, we implemented it. And it's a matter of fact that more than 2 ships can use it. When we implement an accuracy commander for battleships, it's only Giulio Cesare and Roma, and that's it.
Plus, there's plenty of inspirations out there that can.
Yes, yes, that's true. But in the end, Albert Leaves benefit how many ships? 10, 15, or even more. And I'm not sure if the effort of developing a whole new or implementing a whole new commander, because it takes a lot of work time as well, would benefit it only because for 2 ships. And I'm straight up honest here. So yes, it's possible in the future, but I wouldn't expect this anytime soon. And so to clarify on an answer I just gave, will Bismarck get the flags painted historically on the bow and stern of the ship? The answer is no, because of certain symbology that are on those flags. However, I believe there is a camo that has a variation that is legal. Yes. It basically has instead of a swastika, it uses the Iron Cross, or like the somewhat symbol of the Iron Cross, which is not a big problem, but we just can't display any swastikas or forbidden symbols in the game that are forbidden in some countries. So, and yes, there might be a lot of people that say it's historically, and there are some laws who say you are allowed to display it in art and games, but for that, you would also need to adjust the age rating in some countries, so no.
Yep.
We rather want to avoid these issues.
Yeah.
New maps? Yes.
Yes.
At some point.
So I saw a question. Any plans for Tech Tree ships that were skipped over, like Izumo, Nicholas, and North Carolina? So there are no plans at the moment. But we want to implement them in a way that would fit well in the game. And with some things like North Carolina, it's a little bit difficult with how our tiers work. So
it's probably a huge mistake what I'm doing here, Robin, but...
you're going far right? I can go far right. It's you. I'm going to see if I can poke
I'm already being spotted.
Another question here is, will Imperial German ships get an Imperial German flag? If they're
Probably
represented in the form that they were in during the Imperial German Navy, then yes, they will likely get the flag. The Imperial German ships that we have here are in like a hypothetical World War II style, and so that's why they have the flag that they have at the moment. So
he's accelerating.
Get ready to have your guns on, see if you can.
Regarding historical camouflage in general and permanent camouflages, we're still working on forwarding that feedback, as well as getting figuring out a good way to implement those into the game. And so there will be more coming in the future.
Okay, 8.8. Ouch. For 9k.
I'm on a reverse, see if I can spot the DD in the cap here.
I have my. I'm not spotted.
If I had infinite money, resources, and time, and no limitations to hardware and performance, what would I add to the game, regardless if it's on PC?
I don't have my guns on it. Sorry.
It's all right.
If I had infinite, no limitations on hardware performance and infinite money and resources, I would make a Jutland scenario where you have the full 6-mile long battle line going to town. That would be pretty cool to see in an engine, but I think that's beyond technical limitations.
Oh, this other Bismarck is just going in. All right, Fletcher, where's the dystopia?
You have a Bismarck right behind you.
I know.
You have another friendly Bismarck right behind you.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can push that Fletcher.
Lucas, I'm not sure about Dresden, but Bayern is in a German World War II style. Bayern is given a hypothetical refit to the style of the late 1930s German warships. So it's likely based close to what Schleswig-Holstein, the pre-dreadnoughts that Germany had, got those refits, or got refits similar to that.
Will the Tirpitz get a buff? No, because the Tirpitz is in a very, very, very good spot.
Once again, the Tirpitz is good, guys. Oh, there you are. I knew you were hiding somewhere, little guy.
Answer Bryce Johnson about that Halloween commander. Likely not. That's not really a that's not really something that would be acceptable in all areas. When will aircraft carriers come back? They're out for tweaking and maintenance at the time. They're in the dockyard, but they will be back soon enough.
Yeah, you can expect some information in the near future. It's not like we will keep them out for another 8-9 months, but it will take a little bit for you guys to be able to get your hands on again.
That's an AFK Bismarck, which I'm going to feast on.
The Prince Idol Friedrich,
Careful.
was it ever built? The Prince Idol Friedrich was under construction. I'm not sure if it had that name applied to it, but it's based on like the Mackinson designs and the battle cruisers that Germany was building in the middle of World War I, with a hypothetical World War II refit. So it was under construction. It was just never completed.
I can't believe that this.
I'm gonna go for
Bismarck
A. I'm gonna go for A. It's all right.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
I'm
gonna come behind you. It's not a big issue.
That's the Siegfried that I'm gonna happily farm.
Yeah, same.
So, and then, so the yeah, and I guess another thing to keep in mind about how Tech Tree ships work is that a lot of the times they are a combination of features of the class of warships. So you'll notice with, I'm trying to think of an example, with our Congo, for example,
That wasn't me.
combines several features of different Congo classes. So it's kind of closer to actually Hiei than it is Congo, but it represents the whole class. And so some other ships are like this as well.
Yeah, this Siegfried's not having a good time right now.
Nah, he doesn't. He's pushing in
absolutely-
against.
She just
Iowa.
slowed down, but I have her full broadside with Akizuki AP, and that's just
GG. I'm not gonna focus on him. I'm not gonna focus on him. Oh, he's dead.
already
To answer, I've seen this question a few times now. The Belfast, when it comes back for St. Patrick's Day, she will be available without the green camo in the video.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that the camo is separate from the ship. You don't have to worry
But keep
about
in
it
mind, the camouflage will only be available in the pot of golds,
Yep.
from what I know up to this point.
So, any chance of an exclusive historical ship like Renown or Georgios Averoth one day? There's no plans for that. Like, we don't have a modeling team that can really do an entire ship.
The DD's in front of me,
The
somewhere.
So not in the near future if that happens.
I hope I didn't give
Try to
too
get some
much
distraction. That's
broadside.
double fire on the Alabama.
Let's see.
Nice. He damage content. He's in my secondary
Yeah, he
range.
did. He did.
Well,
So, any chance
destroyer's
for
on
a
the
high
right
school
side.
fleet collab?
I
When
haven't.
it comes
He
when it
just shot
comes
me.
to collaborations, that is a two-way street, and so both people have to be interested in doing that. And so, I'm not sure if High School Fleet is interested in doing that. So we'll see if that happens.
Oh no, I'm dead. Oh, Alabama's dead.
Let's see.
Alabama got a little bit angry at me.
That's a good question for all of us. What is, in our opinion, the best battleship line for beginners?
Ooh,
Americans.
That's a good question indeed. I would say
Americans.
US, yeah.
US. Straight
I'd
hands
probably
down.
say US as well.
Just because of the fact that the US can give you everything. They have a tanky start with the dreadnoughts of
Gonna be a
New
couple of
York.
torpedoes on the Vladivostok.
Yeah, and I have him broadside, but I only have one gun working right now. You
gonna
have
be
dreadnoughts, you
torpedoes.
have tanky. Oh, he's dead. Oh wow.
Right. Bye bye. That's IGN.
But you also have some accuracy builds in the end with Colorado and New York and Iowa. So honestly, overall, if you like the more agile version of Battleship play, but more which takes a little bit more skill, then I would honestly suggest the. Oh, I didn't look. I will take one torpedo. I will say that you should go with the IGN battleships, since they are pretty decent. Oh, wow.
Yep.
He's
and
dead.
So, to answer a question about
Nice.
IJ and battleships, we're keeping an eye on them. We know that people are not exactly happy with their performance at this time, and so we're keeping an eye on them, trying to see if we can do anything about that. As for getting Rodney added with higher max speed and torpedo tubes, in theory, Nelson is just as fast as Rodney. It's just she never actually pushed it that much. And then the torpedo tubes will be a no-go because those are submerged torpedo tubes. We do not model those pretty much.
You do
as
not
a rule.
want them as a game mechanic.
Yeah, you don't really want them because they're like 15 degrees off of the bow bearing, and it's awkward and it's not great.
Imagine Mutsu torpedoes-
with even worse
Yeah.
torpedo angle.
Yes, I just wanted to say it, Robin. Imagine Mutsu, but with less able to. So I saw one comment in the chat from Mick regarding the exploit on the zoom. So first of all, literally every game that I know on console that has something to do with ego shooter or has a specific auto aim feature, which yes, we do have one as well, and it will give you some lead, but it will not work perfectly all the time. You still have to adjust based on the speed of the enemy ship and on the movement. So only because you double tap the zoom button doesn't mean that you have a perfect aim on everyone all the time. So, and if the enemy ship moves, it's literally gone.
Yep.
So I'm gonna play a Zuma now.
So
All right.
is there any chance that John Bart could become a global XP ship? There is no plans for that.
Yeah,
Fine.
highly unlikely. How do we enter the giveaway? You just follow this link that I just posted. So I'm gonna go Azuma. If you want to go Lenin again, please be my guest.
I'm gonna
Or if you wanna
bring
go-
Jean Bart. I'm gonna bring Mr. Bart here.
Nice.
Real try-hard division. I mean, with Jean Bart at least.
What's your favorite battleships? My favorite battleship is the Dunkirk, because there's a lot of interesting things about Dunkirk and her sister ship.
My
That's a
favorite
tough
battleship.
question.
So honestly, in the past, I enjoyed playing Amagi. Like honestly, I really enjoy playing Amagi because it's so goddamn accurate. I also played a little bit of Vanguard. That's, not the yellow from the egg, but it's not a bad ship, to be honest. But my absolute favorite battleship that we have.
And versing legendary ship, I just ruined the Yamato's life by just absolutely focusing him with HE.
Yeah, but I like the Yamato.
For me, it has to be Jean Bart on the on both national side and gameplay wise.
So,
I like stuff that shoots fast.
yeah, to clarify on the Japanese accuracy thing, the Japanese battleships have more competitive accuracy than other battleships at longer ranges. So
Can we have an Edinburgh buff? Sorry, please continue.
Yeah, Edinburgh doesn't need a buff. She's doing fine. So the to make that so the USS Texas right now. So yeah, she's getting in full restoration on her lower hull for the next year and a half or so. And so that's where she is. I don't know if she's made it to dry dock yet, but they're getting ready to take her soon, if not. And so I don't know. Regarding Yamato's torpedo defense, we literally tested this a couple days ago, if not this week, last week. And the torpedo belt does make an effect on torpedo damage. So it should be working.
Pushing, Chris.
If you have a video, please send it to us in Discord. So...
Ooh, just over. Just over, Christian.
Yeah, it was a
get
blind shot.
I'm gonna get an angle on her in a minute.
Yep. To answer your question, Brandon Hovey, it's balanced.
He's turning out.
Koenig and Bayern are very strong ships in Legends, and they don't need a plane.
I'm gonna
He
push
turned
and
out.
see if I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna
put my
turn in.
nose
I hope I
into-
can make the turn here.
We will play Conqueror at some point.
10k on the Siegfried.
I don't think I will hit the Algerie.
Have we visited any museum ships yourselves? And if not, what ones would you like to? So the only museum ship I've been to is the LST-325, I believe is the number. It's the last of the landing ship tanks in the United States. That's the only one that I've been to at this time. And the one that I would like to go to is, it doesn't really count as a ship, but I really want to go to the Yamato Museum.
Same,
But also the Aurora.
same.
Oh yeah, that Yamato. How do you say in English? Model. Yeah.
Yeah, they have the 1 to what is it? 350. Please get this. What is it? What is the size?
Oh, the scale.
The scale, yeah, it's
You-
1 to 350 probably, right?
You cannot score a citadel hit with torpedoes, but you can do module damage with torpedoes, as in you can get like a detonation, the magazines with them.
Vladivostok and Amagi are both aiming at me, so
No, he did just reset me at the last second, which was just a bit unfortunate.
The Yamato Museum is in Japan at Kure.
Yeah.
It's also known. It's more or formally it's known as the Kure Naval Museum, but everybody calls it the Yamato Museum.
I mean, if this little Vladivostok wants to brawl, I'll happily rush him.
yeah, that
I'm
was
gonna
some
bait-
good
I'm just
penetration
gonna bait him
hits.
a little bit closer.
Yeah,
Why
he
did
hit
we nerf
before
catapult
18k.
fighters? Because catapult fighters are very strong, for one thing, but also it will make them more available more often for whenever carriers do come.
As soon as the cap is clear, I'm gonna push this Vladivostok and remove him from the equation. Oh, Algerie. Let's see if I can sneak that in.
Got a fire on the.
Oh, Algerie may be hurting. Hopefully, that salvo looks good. Maybe a bit too ahead. Ah, complete miss.
Yes, it is 1 to 10 scale. James will us. The
I don't know if I should push actually.
Yeah, they are
Wanna
focusing at
hold.
me. I'm gonna run. They are focusing me. Both Amagi and Vladivostok.
Yeah, the Vlad is reversing. I'm not gonna push that.
are we going to improve the sound of guns firing? We want to we've got a lot of feedback about sounds in the game, and we want to make improvements. It's just at this time we do not have the resources to make those improvements.
Yeah, because the sound
so-
team is being shared with the PC team, so we can only improve it once they have time for us.
Oh, Maggie, you
So
lucky.
when carriers get released, will we get offensive AA? It's a little bit too soon to say, but probably.
Ah, he accelerated. God damn it. Well,
Like
not having
I'm-
fun
the
in
I'm-
this
I'm
Musket
gonna go for
game.
2, I've seen your posts about 15 times now. Please stop spamming. We
Who
realize-
was it?
It's restoring Nagato and Amagi to pre-nerf.
Yeah, then
Right.
just time him out. Time him out for the stream.
Is it a little bit too
Okay.
much broadside you're giving here, Maggie? Hopefully they don't knock out my turrets, which is inherently the weakness of Jean-Bart.
I don't have any angle on the Vladivostok right now because
It's
I need to
alright,
go
it's
from the other
okay.
side.
There's like a scores kind of... This may be very risky, I may die here, but it's alright. If they knock out my turrets, it's gonna be over for me.
There's no plan to
Your
add Deadeye
show's died behind
skills
you.
into Legends. So
All these PC
Um,
comparisons. We are down 3 ships.
I know, we may not win that
we
at one. I'm gonna see if I can go against the Vladivostok.
we forwarded a lot of your feedback about 27mm Siegfried. There's no news on that, and right now it seems like Siegfried is doing all right. So
Yes.
some people like her,
Yeah.
some people
Can you
don't.
tell me where the guns are of the Vladivostok?
He knocks my guns all the time. I think the next salvo is gonna be a gun.
Is he accelerating?
destroyed. He's
God damn it, he's
accelerating.
accelerating. Yeah, I can't. I'm not. He's gonna ram you. I can't do anything.
No,
on
no,
that.
no, no, no. I won't allow him to ram me. Don't worry about it.
Any chance
Okay.
Epicenter will come to Legends? That's a item that we've been kind of wanting to see for a little while. It has been in Legends before. If I remember right, it was in the Yamato event.
Fine.
So it's not impossible. So, what is my favorite battle cruiser in World of Warships?
Oh well,
The
I'm not
only-
gonna be
the only-
able to get the broadside of any of those.
He's dead. Don't worry about it.
Technically, the only battle cruiser in World of Warships is Hood. So
Amagi though will. Okay, I may need your help against him. About that,
No
guys, since
chance.
I've been a bit loud.
Absolutely no chance. And now I'm switching to HE, and now I get the broadside of the Siegfried. Oh, this is not a good
Amagi has
game
a-
for me.
Amagi has a turtle back, so. Oh, that's 10k. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm not having a good game here, Robin. I'm sorry.
Hmm. Well, me neither, but we'll see. I mean, I'd like that DD not to suicide. The Benson is just suiciding on the
So-
Amagi.
can we get the AA stat? The AA stat will return whenever carriers are fully implemented.
It's another 11K
why
on
isn't
the Amagi.
why isn't Congo considered a battle cruiser? Because the Japanese Navy did not consider her a battle
You
cruiser
need me against
during
this
World War II.
Chris.
They reclassified her as a battleship.
hope
Ashitaka
you
is
do.
a battle cruiser. I forgot about Ashitaka. So, in terms of performance, yes.
Yeah, she has
Congo
to
is a
angle
battle
against
cruiser.
me, Chris. So
In terms of doctrine, she was not.
Yeah, I
Feel
have
free to
AP
ruin
loaded.
that,
I have AP loaded.
feel free to ruin that Siegfried. I may
not
hurt
saying-
her a bit here.
I'm
Yeah,
not saying that
that's-
Gneisenau, Scharnhorst, and Odin are not battlecruisers. Yes, I am saying that they are not battlecruisers. They are listed in German documentation as Schlagschiff, which translates basically directly to battleship.
Yes, I am not able to get any penetrations. Not having a good time here with this.
It's alright. I may get a lucky salvo in here. She's throwing broadside to me, so this could be a deletion, hopefully. Come on. Yeah, that's one citadel. I will ram this Amagi if needed.
Yeah, go for it.
So
Next salvo should be a
Alaska
kid on
is a
the
large
Siegfried.
cruiser. Alaska is not a battle cruiser. Like they're like you got to look at it from what did the nation that built the ship call them, and so or rather the nation that owned the ship in the case of Congo, and so the U.S. did not call them battle cruisers. As far as I know, Germany didn't call any of their ships battle cruisers. The British were really the only ones that used the term battlecruiser actively.
About 7 bounces. Okay. Can you kill the Siegfried?
It's dead.
Oh, it's already dead.
Yes,
I have a job
Piotr Veliki is. It's based on German battlecruiser designs, but it was submitted as an entry for. Yeah, actually, yeah, it is a battlecruiser, and so is Ismail. So you're right. Because Piotr was submitted as a entry to the Ismail design. So
That turtle back. Oh yeah, she had AP then. Alright, we tried. We tried. 4-4 team not found essentially for this
So-
game.
we did already talk about the German secondary buff, but I'll go over it again. The 105mm secondaries will get a buff, but it will not be full 1/4 pin. We don't want them to become a offensive weapon. They need to be a defensive weapon, but we recognize that it needs to be an effective defensive weapon. And so,
Come on, man! What is this? What is this accuracy? For fuck's sake!
Ismail is a battlecruiser because that's what it was designed for.
Ramming speed.
No, I'm not gonna ram.
Oh wait, the Amagi was still burning. Okay.
Yeah, shoot my. Oh, how did you get a citadel from this angle, Colorado?
Because 25mm Azuma.
From this
25
angle.
millimeter. You,
It's
you don't
27.
have any... Azuma's 25. To 26?
Azuma's
27?
27.
Well, he can still overmatch that anyway through the bow, so...
Grafspee was classified as a Panzerschiff, which roughly translates to armored ship. And it was kind of an in-between. People called it a pocket battleship in the press. But officially, everybody kind of just said it's a weird heavy cruiser thingamajig. So, because it was supposed to be under 10,000 tons.
Well,
Did we?
yeah,
Didn't
406
really lose
millimeter over matches 27 millimeter, guys. But it was my belt armor he fired at. Come on, guys. Like, seriously.
Had to be the bow. All right then. We can try again if you want, Chris.
So
If you want a rematch on that.
Nah, I
when
don't
it
want
comes
to play it.
can we expect pan-European destroyer line? That it's still too soon to say, and we can't really answer anything about that. Just because there's a pan-European flag doesn't necessarily mean that the whole line is coming. There are other ships that are under that flag.
No, Azuma is not bad, but if your entire team dies and Azuma is not a ship to carry the game. Azuma is a ship where you can stay behind and deal a lot of damage, but she's just not a good ship to push the enemy. That's the problem. Not that she's a bad ship. She has very strong guns, so.
All right, let me just
You saw it on the Algerie.
So does World of Warships Legends have a modeling team? If not, why? So we share a modeling team with PC. We have some limited ability to do our own model stuff, but it's not enough to make a full ship. So we're relying on them for that.
Need to set
I'm
up
gonna
my
try it
Conqueror
with
really
her.
quickly.
You want to play Conqueror as well? Why not play Gearing and
Sure.
I play?
Double Conqueror. Well,
Yeah.
might as well have gearing on the.
Yeah.
Might as well have gearing on screen so we can do double Conqueror and then double gearing.
No, B-Sod.
Okay.
We have Cossack in her post-May 1940 guys. We do not have Haida.
True.
I'm gonna make a black Conqueror. How about that? All right, I'm ready.
Which commander? Ah, never mind. So this is gonna be interesting.
I'm using Maiden, personally.
Madden? Okay.
Maiden, yes. Maiden with
Yeah,
Cunningham as inspiration and Sean Host as second inspiration.
I'm gonna. I hope I have. Since I don't have the sound. I will check if I can actually enable the Azure Lane voices.
You're using Nelson, right?
Yeah, I'm using Nelson.
Why does Roma have a car? You gotta have, the admiral's got to get around somehow.
Why does the Giulio Cesare have a Caesar salad with 7 knives in it on the ship?
Why does the French destroyers have picnic benches on their deck?
Not just the destroyers, but the battleships too.
Hmm?
It was a Star Wars reference.
So
What is within the scope for the team modeling? Special event like camo or small tweaks? Tommy Boy, again, I don't think we can answer on anything that isn't yet released or isn't yet in any kind of patch notes. So
let's load HE, Robin, and ruin some people's day.
you can go if you want. I'm keeping AP.
We do
AP
that.
is so good on Conqueror.
No. We do that. Come on. Let's
First
load HE.
salvo. Oh, we have a reversing Fletcher. That's pretty neat. That's good stuff.
Push him.
I'm gonna bring him along. I'm in the middle of a turn. Couldn't. What's my 13.4 consignment? It's actually better than most cruisers at this year.
Mine is 13.4. Yeah.
So, will there be more Azure Lane this year? Possibly. We don't have any news on that.
All the battleships seems to be on the other side.
I'm spotted.
Yeah, me too.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 5 battleships, my friend. So.
Yeah, there's still one out there.
The St. Patty's camo. So, the consumable camo is green. The Belfast camo is green and
Kurfürst?
gold.
No, Bismarck.
Bismarck.
Oh, he's turning on.
Looming HG. He's turning out, yeah. It's alright.
Oh, it's number 81. It's our moderator from Reddit. And he has 1 fire on it.
Oh.
Hello there, Siegfried.
Ouch. I'm gonna hold my fire on that. Let's push it.
I'm loading AP.
It's only these two. Alright, well, I'll keep HG then this time.
Oh my god, this is gonna be a full HE server.
We do have a DDR.
There we go. A second fire on the Bismarck. Oh, he's using fire prevention.
Any news on 155mm guns for Mogami?
Well, that's an interesting question. Good that you asked.
Question indeed, yes.
No, there
is
is
an
not.
answer in the Q&A.
Yeah, I'm just a bit concerned about that destroyer.
Ah, shit, I misaimed that.
So, why does Ochakov have 23mm
I'm not
of
spotted
HE
here.
pin? That's the effective HE pin. That's basically to allow it to do damage without requiring EOP at tier 7. Like, it only has 4 guns. So
Can you put
we have to help
with
it out a little
Nitrist
bit.
so
Yes.
you remain into build to rebuild range? That's another fire on the Bismarck.
Now. Well, honestly, I don't know.
Oh yeah, there is a DD. It was a Khabarovsk? Oh, I'm gonna take one, which is unfortunate.
We should turn.
No,
Oh,
come
he
with
beached
me.
himself.
It's only a Khabarovsk, man.
A Khabarovsk which torpedoes hurt like a truck.
It's only 6 clicks, man. Can't stealth stop them. I mean, turn which side? Which side do you want to turn? It's a smoke Khabarovsk too.
I just think we like the Fletcher is dead. Effectively, he's dead. Yeah.
It looks like he is.
I'm turning. Bye.
Come on, Christian.
Will
No, I'm turning.
Massachusetts secondary fire rate be increased slightly when Bismarck secondary is above? No. Bismarck or Massachusetts is fine as she is. So
I'm gonna go for this Kaba. Just get him out of here.
will there be special events with historical backgrounds like the Channel Dash, Midway, etc.? Possibly. I mean, we did do the Bureau event about the Battle of North Cape. That's probably how you'll see historical
Okay.
events happen.
Both
Fletcher's
my
dead,
front
by the way.
turrets
There's
got
difficulty
knocked out.
in
That's very
modeling such things.
interesting.
Yeah.
So,
I got both my front guns completely ruined. Which is
what's
very...
the most overpowered ship in the game? The answer is Oleg.
Yes.
People really underestimate Oleg at tier 2.
I have HE loaded and my guns are on the smoke, basically where the Khabarovsk is. So if you spot him,
I will die,
Do you
man,
have-
because he probably has torpedoes again. But
that's
So,
why
let's see.
Oh, there's another ship. So
yeah, well,
that's why I wanted to turn
Well,
out. Next time,
the
listen
answer
to me,
there,
please.
Nick Kokalis, William Sims, as a admiral, was known for developing fire control and battleship doctrine, whereas U.S. Navy ships were typically, the destroyers were typically named for former admirals, and so that's why the Sims ship is named after William Sims. That's just how the U.S. naming goes. Can we get more
Fuck.
information on? Sorry.
you can try.
No, like this is exactly the reason why I said I wanted to turn out.
Chris,
Robin.
it's okay. We can
No,
move on
it's
to
not.
the next
It's
one.
like this is this annoys me. This is really
Stream,
God
we are
damn it.
professional players. Don't worry. We are professional players.
no. This is that was exactly the opposite of being a professional player. But okay,
It's
Let's just jump to
okay.
gearing.
It's all right.
And
Let's go
so-
gearing, and then we'll go Conqueror again. After that.
And
So
then
guys,
more
don't
information
do that
on-
what we just do. Never ever do that what we do.
That was
Never.
poor play on my part. It's completely okay. Like honestly, it was poor play on my part. I somehow didn't spot it at Khabarovsk, even with
I told you that there's a Khabarovsk. We
Christian.
could have had
Let's
the time
move
to
on.
turn out.
Let's move
No,
on.
it's like
Albert Gleaves. Let me put Gleaves on this.
yeah. I have
Actually,
it already
I-
quicked. I'm currently
I don't
displaying.
think I will put Gleaves. I think I'm gonna put Halsey.
Let's see. Iowa will not get her nuclear shells because we cannot confirm or deny that any of the Iowa class ships got actually carried any of those shells, as well as Missouri was never refit in order to even handle them. Belfast will have its historical camo. The St. Patrick's Day camo is separate. Like that's just a permanent camo that you can choose to apply or not.
All right, I'm good to go. Playing
Same.
gunboat gearing.
Gunboat, I'm playing torpedo gearing.
And
So,
then
yeah.
regarding other shells for the Iowa class, the Iowa is represented in a World War II configuration. Missouri is in her Korean War configuration, though with a World War II camo. Most of the ammunition that got developed, that was later on in the Iowa's lifespan. So fun fact about the Iowa class nuclear shells is that the shells themselves are actually 11-inch shells with a sabot around it, basically. And so,
I wouldn't
in
trust
theory,
that.
you could fire a one of those nuclear shells out of the Alaska, even.
I wouldn't
Although I
trust
wouldn't try.
a nuclear shell with like entering friction with the bore of a rifle. Better be a saber taking the hit from that. Interesting. Princeblip, are the 460mm burst shells coming for Yamato? That's a big no, guys.
Well, they were
So-
It's
so
a
ineffective.
big ol' no.
To answer the question about the Ishmael, so the hypothetical Soviet refit is based largely on the refits that Gangut and can't remember which one.
Look
what
at
was
the
original
matchmaking,
name, but
Christian.
The,
Holy
the,
legendary.
the Soviet refits that the other battleships got.
Do you want to enter B
That's
from the south? I'm gonna go
where
north.
that design comes from. So
Was Alaska around? I don't know, man. Alaska is just a wee bit too scary for me. Wait,
Okay,
what?
I'm gonna go north.
Wow, that's a 2-second reload.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. That's very fast firing with Halsey. Damn. Okay.
So if you
2.1
look at
second reload.
the torpedo circle, you will see it is a very, very long circle. But don't get your hopes too high. It is very, very possible that this gets changed.
So that's a good question. How many updates do you anticipate will take players to get the Missouri? So it's not set in stone yet how many it will take.
Wichita, why are you
because
running?
We forwarded an incredible amount of feedback about how fast deal comes in, so it's not sure. We hope that it'll be sooner than you think.
Well,
I
wish me
hope I
luck,
will be
people.
able to spot you. Whatever.
Wish
is
me
there.
luck. Oh, it's a
Lightning.
lightning.
I guess-
What are you doing here?
To answer questions I've seen about the
God damn it! Are you kidding me?
the 20-inch gun version of Yamato as well as Musashi. We already have Yamato. We want to get other ships into the game first before we start putting in more Yamato.
That's
So-
very annoying right now.
For now, no.
Did you get a torpedo hit?
I took a torpedo from lightning. He just blind dropped the gap, and I just run into one. I dodged the first set, but Gearing is not the most agile of destroyers. I'll just push him and finish him off. Whatever. I'm gonna get revenge on this lightning.
When adding ships to the game, how is balancing considered? So you'll get a list of specifications about like kind of what you need out of a ship, and then like we need a tier 6 destroyer, and so you look at what models we have available, and then you see what we can figure out and go from there. They're balanced around the other ships around them, so.
Yeah, not on the top of my game right now, guys. Not at all on the top of my game. And that's a radar from the Alaska, and that's me that's me essentially dead. All right, GG. GG.
Oh well.
So that's a good, important question. Will Missouri be available later if we miss the chance? We don't have any plans to remove Missouri, so so she's going
Goodbye,
to be around for a
Kavaros.
long, long time. So
That's why you never stay broadside in the smoke. Okay. I'm sorry, Robin, that I wasn't able to support you there more.
we are not adding tier 8, 9, and 10 tiers. Those high tier ships from PC, they're coming in as legendary tier ships. That is the plan. The game is built around having 7 tiers plus 1. Any
Well-
information on private or custom game modes? There is no plans at this time, though that is a thing that we want to see happen because that's useful for testing. It's useful for you guys and learning and how the game works. So
Is this a 12-hour stream? No, it's not. We have about 45 more minutes to go, Monolith. We don't do more than 2 hours, at least yet we haven't done anything more than 2 hours.
So, if this Richelieu continue his path, he will not have a great time.
Well, he has no target, so I don't know why he would... he's making a turn.
So
Yeah, he's making a full turn right, so they'll probably miss.
I'm gonna go to C and we'll see. Maybe he's turning back in because he's not spotted anymore. So he's feeling
how are
safe.
tier 9 ships added? They can be added in to the regular tiers and be nerfed a bit, or they can be added in as legendary tier ships. So it's either or. Because Alaska is a tier 9 ship on PC, for example. So we've been forwarding feedback about balancing legendary tier matchmaking, but there's no news at this time. What's the point in a limited time event like North Cape if it comes out for steel later? It allows you to get it ahead of time, basically, as well as allows you to get it in a easier to get method than steel is. So Ochakov does have 30 milliliters of HE pen, but you have to apply a -1 to that because you have to have greater than penetration in order to go through the plate. Let's see.
So I'm gonna try to make distance here from those people. Because I know that there is an Alaska, and if
I
spot
think
him, he
Alaska
will
went all the
probably
way
win.
around the flank, man. She didn't stuck through, so I'm sure you have free range on his BBs.
In which way is Missouri different from Massachusetts? For one, Missouri is a larger ship. It's an Iowa class rather than a South Dakota class battleship. The guns are better because they're 16-inch 50 guns, which means they have 100 barrels. Missouri has a radar. The armor is actually quite equivalent between the two of them, and I think the HP is different. But let's see.
Is the Kufis gonna turn out?
No, I
So
have no
the
idea.
winter camos from North Cape are being sold for steel.
Oh well.
I think it's gonna actually turn towards. I'm not sure.
Will there be a chance to earn the Azalane Cruise again? Probably, but there's no news on that. No, it's the same caliber of gun, but also a different caliber of gun. So the same caliber in terms of width, different caliber in terms of length of the barrel of gun.
Plane spotted me.
There are different meanings of caliber when it comes to guns.
He's just straight landing it for secondary hits, man. Just send
Yeah.
it. No, now he makes that turn.
Will we add friendly fire into standard games? There is no plans to do that. Only in arena mode.
Oh, they will all hit.
That's gonna be at least 4, yeah.
Is there any difference between Missouri and Iowa gameplay-wise? Missouri has slightly better AP shell damage. Missouri also has a radar instead of a plane.
That's job.
That's the main difference. The armored bulkheads at the front and end of Missouri are a little bit stronger, but that's the athwart ships bulkheads. That doesn't make much of a difference, to be honest. So,
Robin, check the stream if I should do.
Hmm?
I'm
gun,
thinking about
naval rifle, it's the same sort of thing. The incorrect term would be cannon.
What was your question, Chris? Sorry.
No, I was thinking about
Oh,
widespreading
you mean
on the Yamato.
spamming torpedoes all the way in
Yes.
wet bread? No. Well, it's up to you. I'm just spectating here. Don't want to be back gaming because you're doing great already, so. And you got free range on these battleships because they're just going to be running away.
So, will the other nations get a hybrid battleship command or captain? There isn't any plans for that right now. The thing is, we don't want commanders to be like the perfect choice and sort of things. We want to have a little bit of give and take, and so hybrid commanders kind of bridges that gap a little bit too closely.
Yeah, both going the same speed.
We ever get a Tier 6 American Premium TV BB? Possibly. Definitely not Ohio, though.
They're both gonna be just chilling, running away from the cruisers. So. Let's strike
Do
the
I have an
castle.
academic background in history, in naval history? Not in naval history, but in military history. So I mostly studied Army history, but my family's all Navy.
Oh, he's
and I
turning
have a
in.
very
They both get a sixth sense because the cruiser got revealed by the DD and they all want to shoot at the Wichita. That's literally what happened. They both
Sorry.
want to get their guns on the Wichita.
Yeah, so
just
I didn't get to study naval history in university, even mostly due to availability of sources. I prefer naval history over Army history. So
Just look up and spam, man, honestly, at this point.
there's no plans to add USS Nimitz.
Oh lol.
What?
That was a shimmer in the back.
It's twice now that you've randomly topped a
No, the
DD.
Khabarovsk was not randomly.
Khabarovsk and then the shimmer.
Khabarovsk was not random.
If somebody wants to work for Wargaming, we have a careers page, and they can apply to any role that they are fit to fill. So.
Oh, this Yamato is getting ruined.
Wargaming.net.
This Yamato is taking a full Shima set, and Richelieu is probably gonna take some more. This Yamato is taking like 5. I think he's gone. Oh no, he's not. Oh, that Shima is getting a double strike. Wow, Shima.
There isn't any carrier news that we can really share at this moment. They're being worked on, and soon they will be back.
Yeah, that was.
How am I? Okay, I was about to say.
And I set it up.
Very nice job.
If the Roosevelt comes, it would probably be a legendary ship, and it would probably not be in the same way that it is on a PC. But that's way too soon to say anything for sure.
So, Albermarle. Wait, did I not receive it?
You can always research it.
Nope, I cannot because I don't have enough. I cannot play it.
You want me to invoice it to you?
At this time, there is no
Well,
plan for
yeah,
any legendary
if you
ship
can.
to come as a campaign ship. There's just no plans for it. Let's see.
Is that a yes, Chris?
The winners of the giveaway
Yes.
will be in a while,
Still didn't hear.
probably about 20 minutes or so.
Yes, if you can.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I couldn't.
I
hear
said
you.
it 3 times, but it's
What's
hard.
Can
Let's
you?
see.
Well, I have a little bit more Commander XP, so I can do
Nah,
that.
it's okay. Oh, you should
No,
have.
no,
it
no. I
in
was talking about
50
Fraser.
seconds.
I wanted to get him at least. So Albermarle has 10-kilometer torpedoes, right?
Correct.
So I can theoretically take home run. I wanted to take punch through because the AP is not bad, but I'm gonna take fixated in this. So yeah, as
Alright, check it now. You may or may not have the
inspiration.
modules unlocked, but
no, I don't.
Oh, it says
Let's
vehicle
see.
locked, so I'm afraid
Yeah, you need to explore it. You need to put the confirmation on explored.
Will there be AI aircraft carriers in the AI mode? I don't know. Sorry. Mogami 155/Perth. It's too soon to say for those ships. Sorry. Can't answer anything about specific ships.
I'm not gonna take Scott.
Oh,
For
you
this
should have it now.
cruiser purpose, I will take Kuznetsov. because I want to increase the range, and I'm also gonna take Francesco Mimbelli for the reload.
Francesco.
Do we have any news for clans?
Actually, no.
No news for clans at the moment. We know you want them. We want to see them as well. But there's just no news right now.
No, I don't have it.
So you're taking Albermarle, right? With radar.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
Will there be dynamic weather effects that affect gameplay? There's no plans for this at this time.
It says success, Chris. So,
which did you?
There will probably be historical commanders coming in the future, but it's too soon to say who and when or where or which nation.
I'll try again.
No, I cannot show you the ship, unfortunately.
Yes, Turpitz is here to stay in the shop for the foreseeable future. What is the decision-making process for bringing back old campaign ships as GXP ships? Some ships we want to make available again, just so that if people miss the campaign or join the game later, that they have access to get those ships down the line.
All right, you should have it now.
Yes, I do have it now. Thank you.
Any news on cross-platform divisions? There's no new news on that. That was delayed by coronavirus, and so we have to see when that comes. We want that to come, but there's no news at this time. I can't answer any more about historical commanders because I don't know. Sorry. And I can't answer anything about carriers or rocket planes or anything like that. We'll see.
Okay, 10.4. Wait, what's the range that I have right now? 16.8. Then second reload. I'm gonna go with the reload module. Since why the hell not?
What happened to aircraft carriers? They're still under development. We saw them in a test event. That was a test. Make sure they worked. They work en masse. To see what the balancing was like. Make sure that they're fun. And then we took them away because we want to make sure that they're done right again and add some things to them, tweak some things, and then they will become back soon. So,
yeah, they should be back soon enough for you guys to have a good go at them.
Be right back. I need to change the AC. It's getting really cold here.
So
don't freeze to death.
Cheshire got a buff. Can't remember if this was this update or last update. But Cheshire's doing all right. Cheshire's a decent ship. Easily citadeled, but strong otherwise.
The AC is on like 20 degrees and it's kind of freezing in here. Ugh.
Yeah, no.
For you Americans, it's like 68, 69 degrees Fahrenheit.
Cold. Got it. Okay. So I hope you guys can still hear me.
What's your smoke firing penalty?
My smoke firing penalty is 6.8 kilometers.
6.8. All right. Well, I can smoke you up like around here if you want.
Somebody doesn't like you running concealment module rather than double rudder.
Concealment is
you
king.
mean on the Albermarle?
Concealment is king. Double rudder on DD gunboats makes sense for cruisers. Come on, just go concealment.
With all respect, my rudder shift is already like very low now with the upgrade. It's like 9 point something. It may go even lower. But... yeah, but I need to go a little bit more far.
A meme has to be a true one, otherwise
all cruisers on this side.
Meme.
No destroyers.
It's all cruisers.
Let me quickly load AP.
The possible buffs to German secondaries will be to the 105mm guns.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be anything crazy. They'll just be more effective than they are now.
Does it have any radars? And they do. All right, let me
Ooh,
smoke you up here,
Massachusetts.
mate. If you want to start lighting this Massachusetts up, I'm gonna keep them spotted.
Oh, you should have said so.
There's no
It's fine.
plans.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
to-
You'll still plenty of deployment time.
Yeah, there's no plans to add weather effects like cyclones.
I'm gonna annoy the crud out of them.
7K on the
Massachusetts.
Bismarck. I'm just staying here broadside. If someone tops in here or
I'll put your hydro up. But again, there's no DD.
yes sir. I mean they don't really have any
They have a cruiser. Oh, Wichita. Hey, well.
hello there mate. He's coming to radar.
Sure is, but she's about to get crossfired by everyone on this
Why
side.
does smoke only come out of one of Massachusetts and Alabama? Massachusetts and Alabama only have one funnel. That's kind of the defining feature of the South Dakota class. They only have one funnel.
He's gonna
Wichita,
try
the
to
more you
radar.
push, she's just going
Yeah,
for it. I don't know why.
I am angling. I have to angle because he's gonna
Don't
radar in
worry.
a second.
I got her broadsided. Oh, now she's focusing me. Yeah, you should be. Can we get some fire on her though? She still hasn't lost like not even a quarter of her HP. It's very what? Come on, pushing Wichita, guys. Completely crossfired. Make quick curve of her. Make quick work of her.
I only hit her for 7K.
14k on her so far. I feel like I'm the only one doing damage on that.
No, you're not.
Come on.
I
Take
have
her out.
overpens on her. And
There
he's
you go,
Oh.
Bismarck. Thank you.
Will there be a meme tar coming in the future? Our dev director
Probably.
said that there would be, but there's no news other than that.
There's no timeline for Minotaur, no. But our development
It's-
director, Kirill Peskov, want the ship in at some point.
And it's
So-
also his favorite ship, so.
It's almost a promise. Oh, Bismarck.
Of course.
You got touch someone not
and
good.
they on me, yeah. The Massachusetts.
That's a
and they
6k
are-
Bravo.
It'd be better to describe Wichita as it's a Brooklyn class cruiser with modified New Orleans guns. So it's very much an
Fire.
in-between the two.
I'm gonna see if I can push them to provide you some.
It's
There's
okay.
a cruiser. What was the cruiser? You remember? Oh well, I see it now. What are you? A Prince Eugen. You want to push me, Eugen? You sure about that?
you
With
want
AP
support on him?
nonetheless. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll be happy to oblige. And this Massachusetts has his secondaries online.
Not being able to pen the Bismarck feels Batman.
Yes. The double smoke funnel supremacy is real. Single funnels are inferior. Single
Oh
ones-
shit, there's an island. Oh god, I did not pay
we don't
attention to
have-
that.
We don't have any information on the saturation bug, but we have reported it. It's a known issue. Will we be able to see a fix to ghost shells? I've been informed that no, we will not see a fix to ghost shells because, frankly, we cannot possibly. It's not possible to fix. So
Nice. I'm on the
I might be dead
Massachusetts.
here. Yeah, no, I'm dead. This Massachusetts is gonna get a close quarter expert on me. Here we go.
Well, if he's gonna turn in, maybe I will.
I'm
get some
really
juicy
surprised
torpedoes.
that Wichita didn't die literally on the first 2 minutes. It's
Well, I shot at him, so don't blame me for that.
he's taking one torpedo. No, but like we had 2 BBs. Just yeah, you got him with a torpedo. Oh no.
who makes the decision which ships are added next to Legends? That's a mixture of factors. So like that can be both. That can be game design. That can be business. That can be development director, and that can be other things too. So, then what's my favorite carrier? It's Shangri-La, Essex class carrier.
Yeah, the Shangri-La.
just 'cause
Good carrier.
The name is a meme.
Oh well.
So why do some ships have open doors on their turrets? Are they rangefinders? So I'm not sure what you're meaning by open doors on turrets. So that happened to the doors on the outside of the turrets are not what caused the Hood and Jutland explosions. Hood explosions was basically entirely legitimate, and it was a fluke show. The Jutland explosion was internal doors that were removed, left open, as well as shell charges left in the turrets. So, but as for why sometimes it can be a sighting hood, which is sort of a local fire control, or it can be other things as well. Robin, are you going to handle the winners, or
Yes.
should I?
I'll get on it. So giveaway is now ended, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, let's check,
we ended now.
let's check the winners.
Pull the winners and see.
Let's check the winners.
Will there be any night battles? There are already a couple of night maps. Trident comes to mind. The thing is that like fully dark scenarios do not play well for people that have, say, vision problems, and so we don't want to implement things that prevents people from having a good time. And so, what is my favorite destroyer, or what's all of our favorite destroyers? I have a bias for the Fubuki class destroyers. I don't know if anybody else has any answers.
Man, you really like all the useless ships. Dunkirk, Fubuki. Sorry,
from a
I'm
historical
kidding,
perspective, Fubuki is like
Yeah.
Dreadnought, but for destroyers.
Yeah,
in terms
I'm-
of like. But if it's a specific ship, then I would probably say a Matsukaze, which is a Kagro, just because like I like a Matsukaze a lot and kind of the story behind it and its engineering stuff.
Run away! Run away! Uh-oh. They're firing at me. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, never mind. It's good.
You're
There
right.
are-
I'm good.
There are two
I'm
Kagro
good.
destroyers.
I'm good. I'm good. Ow. I'm good. I'm good.
Do you watch Drakenfell? I do watch Drakenfell. I find his stuff very interesting. He doesn't always get everything right, but he does a really good job of simplifying complex things. So, and he makes a really good effort to present things accurately.
Run away! Run
We have not said the winners yet. We are putting.
No, I'm still
Yeah.
working on it. Give it like maybe 10 more minutes, guys, and I'll be right with you.
Yep.
Yeah, we were
we're
gonna
putting it
announce it
together.
before the stream ending, so don't worry. Don't worry.
Have you
guys.
played a game in the Gearing yet, Chris?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Can I
Yep,
say
that
something
was
in Polish, other than Bliskawica? No.
Gregor.
Grzegorz Brzęczykiewicz.
Here we go.
Grzegorz
What does
Brzęczykiewicz.
what does AFK mean? That means away from keyboard,
Yeah.
Yes.
strictly. I do know the story of the USS Laffy. Both of them.
Incoming
There are two
fire!
stories.
No, don't! Ow!
Why does the Russian battleships have finite damage controls? That's just a quirk of their line, because their damage controls have a very short reload time compared to others, and so that's their advantage. They get a short reload, but they only get a limited amount of.
Okay, screw it. I'm gonna turn in. I'm gonna play destroyer now. Look at me. I'm the destroyer now, and I'm dead. Oof, that was close.
Yeah, the South Dakota's like had two stacks that were connected together, but when it comes to a funnel, it's a single funnel. They're trunked together is the term. I cannot speak Dutch. I have heard of the tragedy of Darth Mogami in the Friendly Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for context, the tragedy of Darth Mogami and the Friendly Fire is both simultaneously the most successful torpedo launch in history, as well as one of the worst friendly fire friendly fire incidents in naval history, in which the Mogami torpedoed and sank 4 friendly troop transport ships. But technically, they were Imperial Japanese Army, so you can argue whether or not that they were actually enemy to the Japanese Navy. Because sometimes it really seems like they were.
Ah, Richelieu damage count, my friend.
Does Albermarle have the same bow as Baltimore? No. Albermarle's bow
she has a
is,
weaker bow.
is weaker than Baltimore.
I've made a huge mistake.
I've made a huge mistake. Is it a giant? Sorry, I'm not gonna make that meme here. Not worth it.
A giant egg.
A giant egg.
Did I aim my torpedoes somewhat good, or did I completely screw him over? Ah, he slowed down, right?
We can't answer what the next legendary battleship will be.
Hallelujah! He's flooding! Let's go! Come on, give me a fire. Yes! Okay.
The operations game modes where you protect a carrier or base, there is no plans for those. There are a lot of development time for not very much gain, frankly speaking. So we're not going to probably have that. And so possible to get to Missouri for money at some time. There's no plans for that. That's there. It's meant to be a achievable goal over time. And so,
sorry. Damage con means damage. Fuck. Sorry. I always think you're done.
F-bombs. Careful.
We are not adding the Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier. That is way beyond our time frame. So, Friesland may come. Who knows? And so,
It would be a great DD.
what is my opinion on Mirz El Kabir? I think Mirz El Kabir is it's a tragedy that could have been prevented had proper communication occurred.
Yes,
And,
I would summarize it kind of the exact
was it?
same way.
Yeah.
What was it?
In an ideal world, it should not have happened.
My take is that you can't blame the countries, you have to blame the actual persons in charge of the incident. I mean, on both sides. That's what lane specify communication is not, oh, you know, this nation did that on this nation. No, it was human beings messing around and doing bad stuff, essentially.
I would blame the French commander more than the British one.
Pride. Without still a problem, yeah.
What
I
happened?
completely agree. Mirz El Kabir.
Yeah.
Mirz El Kabir is basically Mirz El Kabir happens after France surrenders to the Germans, and the British Navy was worried about the Germans taking over the French Navy,
Which was at the time extremely modern and very scary. The British were essentially scared of the French fleet.
Yeah, and so the French were a large part of the French fleet was at a port called Mirz El Kabir, and including both the Dunkirks and the Britannia and
we tried, guys.
Corbeil or two. And basically the French Chief Admiral Darlan was making a bunch of really different claims about what the French Navy would do. At first, he said they would fight on until the end, and then he would say that they wouldn't, or that they would just kind of sit around and do nothing. There was a bunch of different claims, and so the British were not convinced, and they were not trusting somebody that was changing their mind every day. And so the British, like Winston Churchill and the Admiralty, sent Force H, which included Hood, Valiant, and Barham, I believe, as well as Ark Royal. I think it was Ark Royal. to Mirza al-Kabir to negotiate basically getting the French Navy to no longer be a problem for the Royal Navy. They gave them 5 options, maybe it was more, and so none of them perfectly fit the French admiral's orders, and plus the French admiral was very resistant to talking with the British, and so they managed to get the message to the French admiral, and then the French admiral sent part of the message only to the French Admiralty. And so the British waited and went past the time that they had allotted and waited even more. And then finally, the French Admiral basically said, no, we're going to fight on and protect ourselves. And a battle occurred. The British ended up sinking Britannia and Dunkirk. Strasbourg got away. And it was like thousands of French sailors died, arguably needlessly, because of communications errors.
Indeed.
And so that's the short story to Mirza al-Kabir. There are a lot of details that I'm missing out, including how the English and French translation of certain treaties differ, and
the incident was discussed like decades and decades after, and there are still nowadays parties that claim that this was one nation's mistake or the other one's fault, and so on and so forth. It's one of the most controversial happenings between French and the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
During the wartime, at least.
Yeah.
I cannot.
So,
shall I announce the winners of the giveaway now?
Let's do it after the game.
After the game?
Yep.
Yeah,
Or you can send the list to Lane and he can announce it.
Yep. And so, in terms of the claimed kills at the battle, Hood was, I believe, credited with killing Dunkirk, as Tactic Angel mentioned. There were 4 15-inch shells that just hit Dunkirk in basically a single salvo and knocked it out, and it beached on the other side of the harbor. And then the Britannia was detonated in the port by 15-inch shells. It is unclear whether or not that came from Hood or from Valiant. And so, personal bias says it was probably Hood, because I like to think that the Hood was a decent ship, just a little bit old and need a refit, but it could have been Valiant as well. So, also a couple destroyers were sunk, including Mogador.
What? Christian, what is that?
And
Mop them up, man.
So this is what happens when
This is an Xbox poll. Yes.
so
yeah.
Hood
so
did not
this
get
is-
insta-killed by Bismarck.
Hold
So
on,
Bismarck's-
Elaine. Just give us a second here,
Can you
because
give
we
us
have
a
some
second,
pretty
please?
funny matchmaking happening here. I mean, we have
this
to win
is-
this, Chris.
So
If we
this is
lose
what
this,
happens
it's gonna
when
be
people
very
have crossplay
unfortunate.
disabled and
Oh,
are
I
in the
just
queue for
used
5
radar
minutes.
instead of- Okay. I just wasted my
Uh,
radar.
yeah, should I waste mine as well because reasons?
Yeah, I wanted to go speed boost, but I pressed radar instead. No, just keep yours. Just keep yours.
Okay. Yeah, guys, we hear you. We know that this is not only us who's happening. Let's go. Just straight
Let's
in
go
the middle.
mid, and as soon as we see a cap tick, we'll just get towards
Yeah.
it.
So to go back on that, Hood was not instant killed by Bismarck. It was, I believe, the 5th salvo from Bismarck, which is still quite early in the engagement, but it was not the first salvo, and then Hood was gone. There was some time after the battle started. It was, I believe, 10 minutes before Hood actually went down.
I have RPF, and it's just pointing
was-
straight at B, by the way.
Likely 1 shell, maybe 2, likely 1.
RPF's pointing towards E.
Yeah, I have
here.
RPF as well.
You have RPF as well? Oh, well.
Yeah, I
why
have
do
it
I
as
even,
well.
Why do I even talk? I'm already
So
sorry
sorry
about
that
this,
we
guys.
say RPF, but it's like the indicator. It's now switched to C.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
It's
Like,
switching.
The difference
switching.
between 1 and 5 salvos is at least 5 minutes.
Hmm?
Because most people had an actual rate of fire
Spotted.
of about 1 minute. I have seen the refit design for Hood, many of them. There are several different variations. I'm not a huge fan of the Vanguard-esque funnels on Hood. I don't think it looks very good. but do I think Bismarck was sunk or scuttled? So Bismarck is absolutely a mission kill for the Royal Navy. Like, it's a Royal Navy killed Bismarck. That's the end of the story. Did the scuttling charges go off? Probably. But that was because they were put in the situation by the Royal Navy where they had to scuttle.
Did you take any? Did they even use their guns? Or
yes, one salvo.
They didn't use the. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Well then,
I feel bad for them. That was a nice display of the Orkan, guys. Now you see what it can do. It's a nice destroyer hunter. Played in a division, and it's the win is guaranteed.
Was this the shortest match of all the warships ever? It probably was. So.
Yeah, probably. I think it was probably the shortest match in a standard battle. I think we can pull the data on that.
Mm-hmm. Do I know the name of the destroyer that danced with Bismarck for an hour? There were 5 destroyers dancing with Bismarck for several hours, but I believe you're referring to the Purin, which is a Polish destroyer.
Wasn't actually the Bliskavica included as well in the hunt, or no?
No, it was Purin.
Okay.
And it was Caustic with 3 other tribal destroyers.
Okay, guys, honestly, let's do the giveaway and then basically call it for today, because I don't think we will be able to do another match, and that was
it's completely all right.
Yeah, Orkan is OP. Complain.
Orkan is OP. But it's just IGN destroyers that don't try to shoot you back. Yes, it's gonna be quite strong. All right, so winners giveaway time. On the first one, we have JKLM and OP. Congratulations.
Go for the. So we go first for the winter crates. The 3 Orkan winner will come in the end.
The three Orkans will be the 3 last ones.
Yes.
So JKLM and OP on PlayStation. Congratulations. We got Spartan Elite. You lucky bugger.
Shit.
On PlayStation as a second one.
Rigged.
Then we have a Starlight Girl 09 on the PlayStation. We have Ketchup Doc on Xbox. We have General Lee 4517 on Xbox. We have MMHO Sea Train on Xbox. Martin Inventor on PlayStation. About 37 Pickles on PlayStation. Caskzor on Xbox. Pepsix, oh Jesus Christ, really? Pepsix on PlayStation. C_Rexfield on PlayStation. Calfcon 2004 on PlayStation. Tangly Bunyan 90 on Xbox. Boats and Hose on PlayStation. Cookiebot 3000, boom, on Xbox. Kahamo's Wolf on PlayStation. Your boy Bussy on PlayStation. Ushuaia Ice on Xbox. Gundam Lumpus Rex on PlayStation. These names, man. Bohola 27 on PlayStation. Lyra MVP 930 on PlayStation. Lloyd Eats You on Xbox. Shumptgun on PlayStation. Arctic Wolf 30 on Xbox. Harakiri 6 on Xbox. Deadsum on PlayStation. And Loup-Garou X1V on PlayStation. And congratulations for the next 3 winners who are going to get themselves a tier 6 Orkan. We have Krieg 13N on Xbox, Goyo 3001 on Xbox, and a BGGB/4 on PlayStation. Congratulations and well done.
Congratulations, guys.
Congrats.
So, what
I guess
else
the
can we
important
say?
question is, when will they get their rewards? Are we going to send them tonight, or are we going to send them on Monday?
Depends.
Okay.
Like, guys, you will probably receive it either today or on Monday. So give us some time, and yeah.
I apologize. I completely forgot that I wasn't supposed to tell the platform. So that's my bad, guys. Really my bad. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But you know, we first wanted to make, like, because if we have that many winners, but
yeah, makes it shorter too.
All of the STs peeps are claiming it's rigged. It's actually not rigged, because we're getting the names, and then we blasted through a random generator. Like, we have a list of all people, and then we.
It's okay to be jealous, guys. It's a very interesting feeling.
If it was rigged, we would have given Pingu and Ovidin.
A Cudin, you mean?
Indeed.
Or a key.
All right, then.
Right, Pingu,
Well-
you would have gotten a key.
Not on the top of our
Sorry.
game tonight, Christian, but you did much better than I ever could. So congratulations to you.
Yeah, my
for carrying the
back is
gameplay
hurting.
tonight. Yeah,
My-
I know
my-
your back is hurting.
Yeah.
Good thing it's Friday night.
Good thing it's Friday evening, but guys, don't forget to tune in 2 weeks. Basically, in 2 weeks from today, we have a special stream with our special April Fool's event because, you know, it's like the typical time of the year again. Who won? Roll back the video on YouTube for like 2 minutes, and you will have the
Yeah,
you will have the all
I
the-
believe
all the winners.
I believe we'll also have a post on Monday with the name of the winners.
I don't think so. I don't think so. We will post the winners.
Okay. All right.
So guys, just tune in the stream and like if you need to hear the winners again, you know.
And the next one will be on the 26th.
Yes, and
So
then
be sure
after
to
that, we
also
will
tune
already have our 2-year anniversary stream. So
Oh wow,
Oh,
lots of streaming.
yeah,
And once again, sorry about the format of the stream today. We kind of forced to do it that way, both of us away from Chris and Christian in the streaming room alone. So this may or may not be the same on the next stream, but I hope
Yeah.
it works out. It seems to have worked out relatively okay. There's a bit
I
less
guess-
interaction between us for sure, but it is what it is.
I guess next stream, like on the 26th, will be literally the same format because we're forced from the government. So there is like this kind of a rule: if a person more than one is in an office room, you have to wear a mask. And with all due respect, I don't want to sit here for 2 hours with a mask. Neither I want to have one of my or my colleagues have to do that. So, and this is like all obligations, you know. But
Yep.
maybe next time we will make sure to have the guys at least in the beginning on camera so you can see them, and you know.
We will try.
Yeah, we will try.
Okay.
It's okay. T33kanne is the better looking one. Thank you, Bob.
It's kind of
I
easy when
do
you can
need a
only
haircut
see him.
still.
Yeah.
No,
He may be right actually.
no, I'm not. You're fabulous, Robin.
Well,
and Lane
thanks
here
you
as
guys
well.
for being here at least, and I'll leave the last words to Christian and Lane. This is Robin, peacing out.
Thank you guys for listening. I tried to answer as many questions as I could for you guys. And so if you go back, you'll probably find plenty of information within. Thanks for listening, and have a good weekend.
And as always, guys, my last words will be if you have some questions, if you want to reach out to us, if you have some personal questions or whatever, you can always write us on Discord. You can reach us there every day during the week. If you shoot us a message over the weekend, we answer on the Monday. You can ask us on Reddit, wows_legends. You can ask us on Facebook. You can even shoot us a message on Twitter because we're working very closely with our social media manager. So if she's not able to answer a message, she will forward it to us. Besides that, I'm really excited about the next stream with you. And other than that, have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in, and turn the tide. So then, see ya, guys.